Hello everybody, welcome to another market outlook. This is Martin Wong here, founder of iVSAChart, and for the 12th of January 2018. Of course, we will always start off with the disclaimer, right? And probably just take a time to look at it, and whatever we present here are more for educational purposes. All right, let's look at the headline that we have. Definitely the US Dow Jones continue to remain above 25,000. That's a very strong one. We did talk about last week being above. I think despite what we see in some of the profit taking that we have, even the Samsung report that came out, the electronics from South Korea wasn't that great, but the market continued to correct. Also, there was a headline in Apple talk about the distrust. I think that issue been pretty ironed out, and it continued to make headway, crossing above 174 US dollar for the Apple stock. Okay, now Bitcoin hit a snag. Now previously we did publish a video concerning about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and remember we did that only a few weeks back. At that time, the US dollar for Bitcoin, the price was 6,000. But right now you can see on the right hand side here, let me just show you here, is already 13,000. At one point of time it actually go below 13,000 US dollars. Can you imagine? It went from 6,000 when we did the video straight up to 19,000 and way back to 13,000. That's almost a 30% drop within almost 1.5 months. Now if you are an investor and you have watched that video, can you become an investor? You're more like a speculator. Can you sleep at night? So think about those things, right? Being an investor is something that you want able to sleep. So with this market outlook, our job here is to sort of guide you more of really seeing where we think we are together with iVSAchart. Also, the latest news is the Brexit. Britain exit will cost the UK economy more jobs than many people think about it. I think there's about 500,000 jobs inside there. So there is repercussions to the US economy, the UK economy coming from this. Just take note of that one. Now the Malaysian GE14 last week, we talked about the rally that just started. Now this week, unfortunately, corrections. Now remember, market doesn't really goes up. Let me just show you what I mean. Market goes up and then correct and then goes up and then correct and goes up. So this is what we call the corrections that you see right now, which is over here. Now that's normal. I know a lot of you who's listening are very disappointed. Hey, I got into the market, now it's correct. But remember, the correction is a time that you want to think to be buying. There's a certain pattern that is very profitable. So just remember to know these kind of pattern, and we actually teach that in some of those courses that we have. So stay tuned for check out our website for more courses. Now also very important is the KLCI continued to rally and stay above the 1800 level in there. Now not forgetting the iVSAchart, pick it up on December 11 and 12, 2017, which is almost a month ago. The SGX STI, Straits Time Index, break above 3,500, and it is also crucial that it stays above this 3,500 level, continue to prompt the up move, that I show you in here. Of course, the buy-sell diamond came in January 3rd and 4th, 2018, just shortly about 2 weeks after the KLCI. All right, now let's look at the Dow Jones that we have as of 11th of January. Now someone did ask me last week, hey Martin, how come this market goes up and there wasn't any so-called diamonds? Now if you can see here, what's the volume? Volume is diminishing. Okay, right now you have this volume in here coming back, and you have a minor and major diamond going up above 25,500. That's fantastic, going up in here, going almost by 100 points every day. NASDAQ, as you can see, we did have the January 2nd, 2008, that already turned major minor bullish going forward, so that continue to go up to 7,200. Now also the NASDAQ is propelling all this technology stock that we are seeing there. There are some pullbacks and there's some technology that pay dividends, so you need to check them out. Let me give you a clue. Qualcomm, that's something we have bought much earlier. Many of our members, which I talk about early in our workshop. Now next we have here is the KLCI. Now do notice this is where we talk about the minor and major diamond, which is one of my favorite pattern that's going in there. No doubt you do have some correction coming in here. Now let's just go back here. Yep, we have the minor and major diamond here, and we have a 3-bar correction. Last round we have a 3-bar correction. So this time, would it be a 3-bar correction? Definitely today on Friday, which is the 12th of January, we did have the market sort of turning up to the upside. Maybe next week we might have a nice rally in here. That's my best projection here, a continuation, because the Dow Jones are definitely going up. On the Singapore side, you can see holding above 3,500 level in here, and the minor major diamond did came in on the first week of January, so that proving to be very critical in staying above 3,500. So we're going to ensure the rally, and there's a lot of opportunity going into Singapore and KLCI. On the Hang Seng Index, again, last week of December 2017, we have the minor and major diamond in here. So we typically use the minor and major diamond to sort of, like a signaling indicator, like a train station, you have the red light, the green light, and the yellow light. So we use this very recently in the iVSAChart to tell us be ready, when the train comes. In this case, the market started to go up. All right, Hang Seng, you can see continue to break into the 31,000 level here. Now let's look at the top leader, gainer, and loser. For the first 1 week gainer for the SGX market, we have the DeLong's holding, which is actually a steel component sector, right? From the minor diamond, the market is up almost 23%, a very nice one in here. Take a look at this, no supply. Now, those of our members who is listening now, you probably know what I'm talking about, a no supply on stage 1. Now, this is what we talk about, a stage 1 accumulation with an S bar. And that's one of a very powerful pattern that have a high probability, good reward, low risk rate. Take a look at that one too. Next we have, let's move on to the next chart that we have is the 1 week loser is the Singapore ONG, not oil and gas. It's for something that it's actually a dental healthcare facilities, for that one. Now remember, the market did have a minor diamond. It wasn't triggered, and since then it has a red, and all the way it goes. I initially thought this would actually be a stage 1. This will be a stage 4 mark down. Okay, it's a stage 1, but the red diamond came in. Yes, the market did trigger, but that was only a small loss, but compared to a minus 7% loss if you did not heal the red diamond. So we talk about red diamond is more like a signaling system to help you to know when the market is turning. All right. Next we have is the top 1 week gainer, which is DRB Highcom. Again, look at here, no supply in stage 1 accumulation. Very similar to DeLong. Many of the major big move actually works along stage 1 accumulation. No news at all, with very low volume, as you can see in here. Very low volume, and then the volume pops out. You still have a chance to go in here, and you could see that will give you a very nice 39% profit. Of course, DLB Highcom is no other than a GE14 stock, so that's also tells why the last week that we see the GE14 rallied, and we can see it here too. Now, on the top 1 week loser for the KLSE is MESP, which is actually apparel retail. Yes, this is triggered, but the market did, about that one, just cancel that one. So it did have a minus 15.3% loss here for that matter, if the red diamond is being so-called hidden, and you could avoid that. Okay, now let's go on to our model portfolio illustration. Now we call it the iVSA Robo Auto Advisor. As a member, you will get the signal that sends to you to know when to buy, and our focus in here has always been FADDO, Fundamental Analysis Dividend Line, which means we look at stocks that is very good quality, low PE, pay a decent dividend, and almost have no or little debt. So that's one of the so-called competitive advantage to having some of these companies in here. And definitely feel free to take a picture of this, and you can see this from week to week. If you've been a follower of our iVSAChart market outlook, you could see this actually moving. As of the portfolio of 11 January, what we have, you can see in here, there are ups and downs in here. A little bit short of it, there was a big winner here, This one, we got some losses in here. No doubt compared to the KLCI, since this inception of the portfolio ATA Robo Trade, 25th of October last year, the KLCI has been up 5.6%, but the fund is only doing 1.2. Of course, it hasn't done as well as that, but let's see how it goes coming to the oncoming week that we have. All right, so that's all we have for the market outlook. Thank you for your time and watching our market outlook. So here's my contact. Feel free to contact us, and also click subscribe on our YouTube and join us in our discussion also in our Facebook. Thank you very much.